I've made an intentional choice in my life that I want to live in value creation. I want to live with a value creation mindset. I want to create more than I extract. I want my contribution to always be greater than my reward.
What would you say is one of the things that put us down the wrong path quickly, or perhaps the most often? Like, I'm thinking in my life, when do I go into this gap, and when do I believe the worst? When do I try to extract value instead of bringing it? And for me, it's very easy. It's selfish. When I'm selfish, I try to extract value. Right? I'm just thinking to myself, I'm not living in first module we talked about gratitude.
Right.
It's all about me, and I'm not anywhere thinking, well, what's good for them? What am I grateful for? So that's one thing that just blew up in my mind. Like, well, this is how these two connect. Anything you want to add to that?
I love that language. Value creation versus value extraction. And I've made an intentional choice in my life that I want to live in value creation. I want to live with a value creation mindset. I want to create more than I extract. I want my contribution to always be greater than my reward.
This almost seems like cross-cultural, or like where would I see this, right? I pick up the newspaper and there's not a lot of this going on out there.
Right. Yeah, it is very counterintuitive, and it's not. But if you want to have a life full of the joy, happiness, fulfillment, contentment, if you want a happy life, it really starts with with your mindset. I heard somebody say one time that he believed that our founding fathers did us a disservice.
Yes.
When they penned the words life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I'm going like, well, why would you say that? That's almost, that's heresy.
Exactly.
Right? Why would you say that? But his reasoning was so intriguing to me, because what he said is that to pursue happiness means that I'm not happy.
Yep.
And then he finished by saying, Jeff, if you don't start happy,
exactly,
you'll never be happy.
Yep.
If you don't start happy, you'll never be happy. And for me, the results economy, that results guardrail, is about starting happy. It's about starting I want my contribution in life. I want my contribution in this day. I want my contribution in this relationship. I want my contribution to be greater than my reward.
And if you go back to your previous Zig Ziglar quote, if I help enough other people get what they want, I will get what I want in the meantime. But your whole focus is different. Wake up and choose gratitude.
What would happen if, with your spouse or your significant other, what would happen in that relationship if you approached it from the standpoint that I want my contribution to this relationship to be greater than my reward? What seeds would that sow into that relationship? And if you really lived that way, now here's the fear that comes.
Yep.
Well, what if I get taken advantage of?
Exactly.
Right? What if I get taken advantage of? But see, the results mindset doesn't think that way. The time and effort, I did this and this, so I deserve that. That's what the time and effort economy says. The results mindset says, I want to create value first. I want my contribution to be greater than my reward, and I'm going to live that way. And when you sow those seeds, you're sowing seeds of a great life. You're sowing seeds of great relationships. You're sowing seeds of success, however you define that to be.